In the heart of a bustling city, nestled between towering buildings and bustling streets, lies a serene oasis known simply as the park. On this particular sunny afternoon, the park is alive with the laughter of children, the rustling of leaves, and the distant hum of city life. It's a place where time seems to slow down, where worries are left at the gate, and where memories are made under the watchful gaze of ancient trees. Among the park's visitors is Emma, a single mother with a heart full of love and a spirit as resilient as the oak trees that surround her. She's here with her young son, enjoying a rare moment of peace and tranquility. The sun warms their faces as they play, their laughter echoing through the air, a melody of pure joy and innocence. But the park's tranquility is about to be shattered. In the distance, the rumble of engines grows louder, a harsh contrast to the peaceful surroundings. A group of rowdy bikers, clad in leather and attitude, roar into the park, their motorcycles growling like beasts unleashed. They're here to make their presence known, to disrupt the harmony that Emma and her son have found. The bikers, with their tough exteriors and rebellious spirits, seem out of place in this sanctuary of calm. They rev their engines, the noise echoing through the park, a jarring intrusion into the peaceful afternoon. Children pause their play, parents exchange worried glances, and the air grows thick with tension. Emma watches from a distance, her heart pounding in her chest. She knows she can't let this stand, can't let these strangers disrupt the sanctity of this place, the joy of her son's laughter. With a deep breath, she steels herself, ready to confront the unexpected intruders. Little does she know this encounter will change everything, setting in motion a chain of events that will test her courage and reveal a hidden strength she never knew she had. As Emma takes her first tentative steps towards the bikers, the park holds its breath, waiting to see what will unfold. The stage is set for a confrontation that will challenge perceptions, reveal truths, and ultimately restore the peace that was so rudely interrupted. The sun continues to shine, casting its warm glow over the scene, a silent witness to the drama about to unfold. As Emma approaches the bikers, her steps are steady, but her heart races. She's a beacon of calm amidst the chaos, her voice steady as she speaks. "Excuse me," she begins, her tone polite yet firm, "could you please keep it down? The children are playing and the noise is frightening them." The bikers turn to face her, their expressions a mix of amusement and disdain. The leader, a burly man with a beard as dark as his leather jacket, chuckles. "What's the matter, lady? Kids need to toughen up," he sneers, his voice a low growl. His companions laugh, their eyes gleaming with mischief. Emma's resolve wavers for a moment, but she holds her ground. "Please, this is a place for everyone to enjoy. A little consideration would go a long way," she pleads, her voice tinged with desperation. The bikers, however, are not so easily swayed. They see her as an easy target, a lone woman standing up to their intimidating presence. The leader takes a step closer, his voice dripping with mockery. "Consideration, you want consideration," he repeats, his tone mocking. "How about you consider getting out of our way?" The tension in the air is palpable, a thick cloud of unease settling over the park. The other bikers join in, their taunts and jeers growing louder, more aggressive. Emma's face flushes with embarrassment and anger, but she refuses to back down. She knows she's fighting for more than just peace and quiet. She's fighting for respect, for the right to enjoy this space without fear. The situation escalates quickly, the bikers' laughter turning into harsh words, their postures becoming more threatening. Emma feels a shiver of fear run down her spine, but she stands tall, her eyes never leaving the leader's face. She doesn't know it yet, but her courage is about to be rewarded in the most unexpected way. The park watches, holding its breath, as the confrontation reaches a boiling point, ready to spill over into something far more dangerous. As the tension between Emma and the bikers reaches a fever pitch, an unexpected figure enters the scene. From the opposite end of the park, a man strides confidently towards the commotion. His presence is commanding, his movements precise and purposeful. This is Jack, Emma's brother, a Navy SEAL, who has faced far greater threats than a group of rowdy bikers. Jack's arrival goes unnoticed by the bikers, their attention fully focused on Emma. But as he draws closer, his keen eyes take in the situation. He sees his sister, standing tall and defiant, her face a mask of determination despite the fear she must be feeling. He sees the bikers, their postures aggressive, their words harsh and unyielding. A flicker of anger ignites within Jack, but he keeps it tightly leashed. Years of training have taught him the value of strategy, of assessing a situation before acting. He knows that brute force isn't always the answer. Sometimes the most powerful weapon is a calm and calculated approach. Jack pauses for a moment, his gaze sweeping over the scene. He takes note of the bikers' positions, their body language, the way they interact with one another. He identifies the leader, the one who seems to be calling the shots, and makes a mental note to focus on him. With a deep breath, Jack steps forward, his presence now impossible to ignore. The bikers turn to face him, their expressions a mix of surprise and curiosity. They don't know who he is, but they can sense the authority that radiates from him. Jack's eyes meet the leader's, and in that moment, a silent challenge is issued. The park seems to hold its breath, the air thick with anticipation. The bikers, so confident just moments ago, now find themselves facing an unknown quantity, a man who exudes a quiet strength that is both unnerving and commanding. Jack's arrival has shifted the balance of power, and as he takes another step forward, the stage is set for a confrontation that will test the limits of courage, strategy, and the unbreakable bond between a brother and sister. As Jack steps forward, the atmosphere in the park shifts dramatically. The bikers, who moments ago were reveling in their power, now find themselves face to face with a man whose presence commands respect. Jack's calm demeanor is a stark contrast to the bikers' aggression, and it's clear that he is not someone to be underestimated. "Gentlemen," Jack begins, his voice steady and authoritative. "It seems there's been a bit of a misunderstanding here." His eyes remain locked on the leader, a silent challenge that dares the man to make the wrong move. The leader, taken aback by Jack's composure, tries to regain his footing. "And who are you supposed to be?" he sneers, attempting to maintain his tough exterior. But there's a hint of uncertainty in his voice, a crack in his bravado. Jack doesn't flinch. "I'm someone who believes in respect and decency," he replies, his tone measured. "And I think it's time for you and your friends to move along." The bikers exchange uneasy glances, the tension in the air growing thicker by the second. They can sense the unspoken threat in Jack's words, the quiet strength that lies beneath his calm exterior. The leader, realizing that he's met his match, begins to waver. Jack takes a step closer, his voice dropping to a low, commanding tone. "You've had your fun," he says, his eyes never leaving the leader's face. "Now it's time to leave." The standoff reaches its peak, the air electric with anticipation. The bikers, once so confident, now find themselves on the defensive. They know they've pushed their luck too far, and Jack's unwavering presence is a reminder of the consequences they could face. With a final lingering glance at Jack, the leader nods, a silent acknowledgement of defeat. He turns to his companions, a curt command sending them back to their bikes. The engines roar to life, the sound now a retreat rather than a threat. As they ride away, the park begins to breathe again, the tension dissipating like smoke in the wind. Emma watches in awe as her brother diffuses the situation with such calm and authority. She knows that Jack's arrival has not only saved the day, but also revealed a side of him she's never seen before. The park, once again peaceful, is a testament to the power of courage, strategy, and the unbreakable bond between siblings. As the roar of the bikers' engines fades into the distance, the park seems to exhale, the tension of the past moments dissolving into the warm afternoon air. Emma turns to Jack, her eyes filled with gratitude and relief. "Thank you, Jack," she says softly, her voice tinged with emotion. "I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't shown up." Jack offers her a reassuring smile, his eyes reflecting the same sense of relief. "You were doing just fine on your own," he replies, his voice gentle. You stood up for what was right, and that's something to be proud of. Together they walk back to where Emma's son is playing, the little boy's laughter once again filling the air. The park, now returned to its peaceful state, feels almost magical, a sanctuary where courage and love have triumphed over fear and intimidation. As they sit on a nearby bench, Emma and Jack take a moment to reflect on what has just transpired. "I never thought I'd have to face something like that," Emma admits, her voice thoughtful. "But I'm glad I did. It reminded me of how important it is to stand up for myself and for others." Jack nods in agreement. "It's not always easy," he says, his gaze distant as he remembers his own experiences. "But having the support of family makes all the difference. We're stronger together, Emma. Always remember that." Their conversation is punctuated by the sounds of the park, children's laughter, the rustling of leaves, the distant hum of the city. It's a reminder of the simple joys in life, the moments that make everything worthwhile. As the sun begins to set, casting a golden glow over the park, Emma and Jack share a moment of quiet reflection. They know that challenges will always arise, but they also know that they have each other to face them. The park, now bathed in the warm light of the setting sun, feels like a haven, a place where love and courage have the power to overcome any obstacle. With a sense of peace and gratitude, Emma and Jack enjoy the rest of their day together, cherishing the bond they share and the lessons they've learned. The park, once again a symbol of tranquility and joy, stands as a testament to the strength of family and the power of standing up for what is right. As the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, the park takes on an almost ethereal quality. The day's events have left their mark, but the serenity that now envelops the space feels even more profound, a testament to the resilience of those who call it their sanctuary. Emma and Jack sit side by side, their conversation winding down as they watch the last rays of sunlight filter through the trees. The park, once a battleground of sorts, has been restored to its rightful state, a haven of peace and harmony. The laughter of children, the rustling of leaves, and the distant hum of the city create a symphony of tranquility, a melody that speaks to the heart. "You know," Emma begins softly, her voice filled with reflection, "today reminded me of how important it is to stand up for what's right. Not just for ourselves, but for others too." Jack nods, his gaze distant as he considers her words. "It's not always easy," he agrees. "But when we stand together, when we support each other, we can overcome anything." Their words hang in the air, a poignant reminder of the strength that lies within family bonds. The park, bathed in the soft glow of twilight, seems to echo their sentiments, its beauty a reflection of the love and courage that have been shared within its boundaries. As the final moments of the day unfold, the park stands as a symbol of hope and unity. It is a place where challenges have been faced and overcome, where the power of family and the strength of conviction have triumphed. The serene shot of the park, with its ancient trees and peaceful paths, serves as a final testament to the enduring spirit of those who cherish it. And so the story of Emma, Jack and the Rowdy bikers comes to a close, leaving behind a message of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bonds that hold us together. The park, now a beacon of peace and harmony, stands ready to welcome another day, another story, another testament to the power of standing up for what is right. If you enjoyed this heartfelt story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more amazing tales. Your support keeps us going.